I wish we could have gotten a press conference for this Jontay Porter thing, so Adam Silver could say, "For life," as he banned Jontay Porter, even though it's not a lifetime ban. You guys know that?
What do you mean?
There's no place in the statement that says lifetime. It just says banned.
So why are all the reporters saying that?
Because they can say it.
I would assume they got their language from the league.
Right, but I'm just saying in the actual statement from the league, not once does it give an amount of time. It just says banned from the NBA, which is some good old, what we like to call legalese. Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
you're saying there's a chance for him to come back.
I don't think there's a chance, but it's just weird to me how lawyers write things for other lawyers. That's all it is. That's all any PR statement is. It's just a lawyer writing something for another lawyer.
I wish we had credits like in movies of story by this lawyer and then screenwriting credit this lawyer. Based on an idea, based on a comic book by this lawyer.
So I'm curious. One of the things in the statement was that I guess he only won like $21,000 from these NBA bets, right? But there was a story from the Action Network, which is like a gambling analysis site or something like that, that said he was betting millions on other sports, just not NBA, but millions. He had a VIP account on DraftKings or FanDuel. FanDuel,
Colorado,
which is, I believe DraftKings and FanDuel are both the betting partners of the NBA. It's like a joint venture, right? And so, a VIP account in Colorado. Well, I don't know why it'd be in Colorado. I don't know if he knows anybody in Colorado, but that's besides the point. We don't need to get into that.
Yeah, that's interesting. That state specifically. I wonder if that has any tie-ins to any.
Now, it could just be this, okay? It could just be this. Now, I know, this stuff is not legal in California as of yet, right? Sports gambling, so these apps and everything. So whenever I check, because BetMGM is a betting partner for The Athletic, and so whenever I check odds on BetMGM, you go to betmgm.com and they say, "Hey, what state are you in?" And I will personally, I just click on Colorado. I don't think it's the first, but I always go on Colorado. I know it gets me to the odds and all that stuff. Check out betting odds for awards and stuff like that. Maybe that's all he did. He was like, I don't know, Colorado.
It's closest to but why would California be of relevance to him? He's not from there. Doesn't play there.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Oh, whoa. I don't know. Hey, there's a shot of his brother on the. I don't know why we just put that up, but Curious Mike.
I love this podcast. I love this podcast art,
right?
Look at
we got to recreate this
because he's got a thought bubble because he's curious.
He's just so inquisitive.
Inquisitive Mike is a spinoff. That's a coming soon situation. We're just curious, Mike, for the people. But the chin stroke, it's like.
Well, that's how you know he's thinking. That's how you know he's thinking.
Pondering, not the thought bubble.
Not the thought bubble. That could just be, chalk on a wall. We don't know.
I don't know.
Be anything. But I something that was interesting to me.
But how could he have millions of dollars to bet if he's a G leaguer?
Are the Porters trust fund kids?
I mean, can your brother set up a trust fund for you? His brother makes a shitload of money. That's the only reason I say that. Is it a trust fund
if he says, "I trust you"?
That is, if you fund someone and say, "I trust you," there's legally a trust fund, I believe. You know what's funny about this though? I'm going through the whole statement from the league, and at one point they say that he bet on the Raptors to lose between January and through March of this year. At one point he bet on the Raptors to lose. Now, if this happened in the majority of the month of March, look, you're not allowed to do that. I believe this is why he got the ban. It's not just that he, underperformed, whichever that means for two-way players, Jontay Porter, nights that he allegedly was passing information, maybe gambling on himself as well. But you can't bet on your own team to lose. But I thought it's a good chunk of that month where the Raptors were tanking hard to protect their pick. Is that really betting on you to lose? Kind of betting on you to win in a way, right? If you're just following protocol.
Look, betting the Raptors, who at one point I think lost 14 to 15 straight games.
15 straight, yeah.
To lose is not... You could have been trying your hardest with the team that they were rolling out there and, whatever. The bottom line is this dude was shaving points. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he was, right? Like he wasn't doing certain things.
It's just a fact. The guy was shaving points.
Hey, over under half a 3-point attempt or a 3-pointer made, he wouldn't take a 3. That's taking the under.
So I want to lay out 2 scenarios for you guys here. Right. And I want you to tell me which sounds more likely.
So this is Curious Maze.
This is Curious Maze here. I got my thought bubble behind my head. Between 2021 and 2023, wagered millions of dollars on this VIP account on FanDuel. And one source said, quote, he was firing all of the time. This man liked to bet. He was enjoying the practice of it. So was this that he missed it and that now he's in Toronto and he's got the itch and he just has to scratch it? Or did he make some interesting liaisons during his time on the FanDuel streets? And did he maybe get to know some people who maybe, held some leverage over him one way or another? And this was to rectify perhaps some debts that he had.
It's a good question. Now, it sounds like there was somebody else involved, right?
Well, there was somebody else involved because somebody else placed the $80,000 bet that got flagged.
Right.
It wasn't Jontay Porter.
Right. Now, do they have another brother? That's when I find out that there was
Curious
another
George?
better maybe. Curious Steve, who knows? I don't know.
In the yellow hat? What are we talking about here?
I don't know.
Wondering was?
Here now California's in play,
title, baby.
There it is. Yep, OG Pod. Wondering was. That's a good question, Maze. I would assume that this is something, gambling addiction is a real thing. We've done a movie about it, right? We did 2 for the Money on Cinephobe. Go check that out. Great episode with Mike Ryan.
I'm gambling again.
That's a real thing. I would assume that itch never leaves you. If you're a gambling addict, I would assume. And do we assume he's a gambling addict because he was doing this?
Yeah.
Or is he just hashtag built different?
He's a built different gambling addict. No, because even for gambling addicts, he's built on another level.
Right.
Because the amounts of money that he's gambling for, and again, I could just imagine him and his homies getting baked one day. And it's dude, I'm just a marginal guy in the Raptors. Nobody's paying attention to my team. Nobody cares. I'm not a star, And if I can guarantee 2 legs of a parlay.
Yeah, right.
Now you guys just got to get the 3 and 3rd, 4th, and 5th. That's
the idea
what it sounds like to me.
I love the idea of him going if my over-under's at 8.5 points, I could easily hit that under, and just one of his friends going, yeah, you don't fucking score anyway, man.
Yeah. I imagine him ripping his item of choice and scrolling. You know how some people scroll through the comments?
He's definitely
scrolling through his over-unders, through his lines.
Wait.
He's like,
what is the drug? What's the substance of choice, or even the mode of substance of choice if you're an anti-vaxxer? Do you are you a smoker? Are you a vapor? Are you a gummy man? What are you?
Definitely vape, because
is it safe to assume he's anti-vax if his brother's anti-vax?
Yeah,
I guess I don't know if that's. I don't know if that's.
Is it curious, Jontay? Is he as inquisitive a brother? You got to question everything,
man.
Yeah, you do.
The homeschooling, the God bothering, that apple don't fall too far from the tree.
Do we think God will forgive him?
Maybe.
Yeah.
He's not banned for life from heaven.
No, he's not. Also, this is just, oh my God, the most obvious thing for the NBA. I'm sorry,
yeah.
Myself and many others, this isn't just me exclude. Like, we all called this. Like, he's getting banned for life, regardless of what happened, because it's the easiest way. You don't ruin his life because he wasn't going to be an NBA player long term anyway, and his brother makes $175 million. Right? Like, so there is no like, oh, now this kid's life is ruined. It gets to show they're tough on this. It gets to show that their partners are self-policing. The NBA is self-policing. And, nothing to see here. We're good, guys. Also, by the way, no one's worried about players doing this. People are worried about like officials being involved.
Yeah, I think, and officials are going to do illegal gambling. They're going to do this, but not use FanDuel if it happens. That's the other thing that, and we talked about this already, is like FanDuel is so vigilant about the winners that they're paying out. And so that's why
they flagged it.
Mm-hmm.
This shit, exactly. You're not gonna be able to do this chicanery. You're just not gonna get to do this on FanDuel and DraftKings and the official people.
Right.
Like, just like you couldn't do this at Caesars Sportsbook.
Right.
You can't do this via the legal means.
Which is an argument for legalized gambling.
100%.
Oh,
that is the argument.
He's a patsy
for it.
They set him up.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
the two Jontays. Where's Jade?
Also, the reason why this is important, and I disagree with you slightly, Zach. Oh shit. Sorry, I'm watching the Champions League quarterfinal.
You got some money on that, or you just did this?
No. This Manchester City. Manchester City's playing Real Madrid, and there is extra time. What this takes attention away from, again, the part that absolutely nobody talks about is like, FanDuel doesn't operate in the sense that they want to be paying people out.
Right.
Everybody who's gambling on these sites know that if you ever get good and legitimately can get $1 million out of these motherfuckers,
you're out.
You're done.
Yes.
Like, that's the message that won't make it above all of the noise. It's like the actual model of the company is like, yeah, we make our margins on degenerates losing.
Yeah.
And, in so much as people are trying to fuck up the system and the bookmakers, we got systems in place, like niggas that want to try to cheat, like we gonna get them. But like ultimately, like that's part of our business, like not paying people, weeding out people who are trying to take money from us.
I bet it ended all that stuff. I bet nothing to see here now. We're all good.
There's
just
something
in time for the NBA playoffs.
There's something funny about Donald Sterling and Jontay Porter being
as the two examples.
Banned pod, yeah. Nothing but
Donald Sterling would be disgusted by his even existence. A white woman birthed him from a black dad. Like, Donald Sterling would want to die from knowing that.
Welcome to the OG Pod, Zosny edition. That was Waz. I'm Zach. That's Mace.
Wondering was.
Wondering was
edition. Yes. We have do we have a play-in tournament scheduled for you tonight? The opener to Bulls Hawks is going to be Heat Sixers. Do we want to preview Bulls Hawks? Here's the thing. I don't think teams below 500 should get in to the play-in tournament. There's your preview.
Okay.
I think if you have like one team that's under 500 in the 10 spot, they're out. And 9 gets a pass.
Play each other. That's it.
Actually, yeah. Then 7 gets in, and then 8 and 9 play each other for the 8.
Would you send the Rockets over there? 500 exactly?
I mean, ideally, you would. Ideally, yeah. I think if you're a non-losing team,
the conference thing.
I
don't even think not doing the conference is ideal. To be honest,
I've thought about that a lot over the years, and I think I'm with you. I don't think it would be a good thing.
I think it's fine to have these distinctions and these regional, like it's good to have regional specificity. It's dorky to just be like, well, the best team are going to actually blah, 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 and that's why this sucks and quantitatively and blah, blah, blah. I don't think we need that.
That's Waz's analytics voice.
I love that
guy. Waz, what about like the 1 seed being able to pick their opponent? A lot of Celtics fans were complaining that the Celtics now had to face whoever barely wins the play-in tournament.
I like the idea that you tell your opponent, fuck you. I thought we could whoop your ass.
Is this something that the 64-win Celtics should be worried about? It's like, why don't we get to pick our opponent? No, just the idea of
no, they shouldn't be thinking about that. But
all right. A lot of Celtics media seem to think so.
Do you not remember the Hawks series that went six games for no reason, and Game 6 was like crazy close?
Yeah. To be fair, nobody should take the Hawks seriously, though. If you're facing them,
if you're a member of that fan base who experienced that series very recently, I think it's understandable.
That's
why
fair.
Like first round series don't feel like a given to you.
Who wins tonight, Bulls or Hawks?
I'm going to go Bulls. I have no reason to believe. I don't know. I've been saying all week that the Bulls, Hawks, the existence of that game is a living indictment of the concept of the play-in tournament. Like, the play-in is indicted by the fact that we're putting those two teams on TV and claiming that they're part of some NBA playoff when everybody knows that like they're not participating in the NBA playoffs.
Right. I still love that the NBA is like, by the way, this isn't the postseason. This isn't the playoffs. This is just a play-in. These stats don't count anywhere.
Not exist.
It doesn't exist. The stats don't exist anywhere.
Tonight you score 101 points. It does not exist.
Don't count.
It's like the NBA version of the state of Montana.
Wow. Wow.
You know what I mean? Like,
Montana's beautiful.
Oh, another.
Montana's beautiful. Well, this is having the Champions League.
We're going to about to the corner. Montana's beautiful this time of year.
Reaction.
I'll take your word for it, brother. I'll take your word for it, brother.
Yellowstone National Park.
Yeah.
You know?
What else?
They got Old Faithful up there. Well, that might be in Wyoming.
I mean,
it's somewhere. It's either in Wyoming or Montana.
You're talking
What's
about
Old
Wyoming.
Faithful?
Old Faithful is this geyser that just goes on schedules, explodes out of the ground.
Water spurts up through the ground. Was
hot water.
Oh, okay.
But it's faithful because it's always on time.
We don't have those in Queens.
You know, geysers,
fire hydrants,
racist
during the summer.
My God.
Locked.
What's happening? Give us the update. Yeah.
What's the score?
The score is 1-1 in the second half of extra time.
Oh,
and if these fucking people don't score within the next 17 minutes, it's going into penalty kicks, which is basically soccer's version of a crapshoot.
It's the only time.
It's the only time I'm playing tournament
because I know shit about soccer, so I get very excited for penalty kicks, and I love how much soccer heads hate it.
It's just
like they absolutely hate penalty kicks.
It's just a disgusting way to decide a game. Like, there's nothing like it in sports. It's like if we had a home run derby.
We got the shootout, you know? I mean, we got the shootout in hockey sometimes.
It's better than field goal kicks,
Yeah, hockey does have shootouts. You're right.
Field goal kicks terrible.
Field goal kicks
what would it be for the NBA? Like half-court shots?
Well, I made the joke with Tom that it'd be like if they brought Chris Paul out to bowl.
Oh, that's a. I like that.
You got a bowler like who stands separate from the team
it'd be
the entire time.
It'd be like if there was a 3. Oh my God, that's a yellow card. Stop it. It'd be like in the NBA. It'd be like if in the NBA, like to decide the game, we did like a 3-point contest, basically. Like we got the racks out and guys just got to shoot open threes.
Steve Novak would be way more valuable.
Period.
Bucks broadcast legend Steve Novak. He fills in for Marcus Johnson all the time.
Is he on the radio team or is he on the?
I see him on the TV whenever Marcus Johnson's not doing the broadcast. So
he's like the guy that fills in for Clyde.
Yeah, basically. I guess is Zerbiak? No, Zerbiak's on a different channel. Never mind. Maze,
Zerbiak's at his Botox specialist.
Maze, what do you expect out of Sixers Heat tonight? Do you believe in this Heat team?
I think they're gonna lose this game. That would be my guess.
I think they're gonna do what they did last year.
I think they're gonna lose exactly what they did last year. They're not worried either way. I mean,
maybe they should be.
But that's not cool. It's not cool to be worried. It's not cool to be stressed at South Beach, baby.
You know what else isn't cool? Getting swept in the first round. They weren't worried in 2021. They got swept. Bryn Forbes scored as many points as Jimmy Butler. I think this Heat team needs to be a little bit more locked in. They have not been very good this year.
Well, if you're the Heat, Zach, would you rather play the Knicks or the Celtics? I mean, you'd rather play the Knicks.
I mean,
right?
I'd rather play the Knicks, yeah.
The Knicks are banged up. They're cooked. They've got one freaking play. Yeah, man, they're so banged up, bro. Like, even OG who's come back, he's a little rusty, no?
He is a little rusty, yeah. And I guess you have to, if you're a Knicks fan, you have to worry about that elbow issue flaring up. What do you expect out of Joel Embiid?
Get away with the thing of, we have you just where we want you, and they're going to keep saying that until they get eliminated.
So, does that work if it's the first round?
Yeah.
You don't have anybody right where they want. You're in the fucking play-in. They have you right where they want you. Yeah, 2 losses away from no longer playing anymore.
But this isn't the same, and this isn't the same team as last year, right? Last year's team was like getting by on clutch situations, and so like there was reason to have confidence. And like, look, it gets down to the nitty gritty. This team pulls through, and that happened time and time again. This year's team doesn't operate that way, and Jimmy, I know Jimmy shot like 40% from 3 this year, but it was like 2 attempts a game. Like he's not Duncan Robinson out there all of a sudden. And yeah, I think they're going to probably lose tonight. And then they get to face either the Bulls or the Hawks, and it shouldn't matter. Right.
Yeah, Bulls or Hawks at home. Yeah, they get to lock in. Mm-hmm. Do a knock 'em, a slob knocker.
Slob knocker.
You got to throw slobber in there.
Slobber knocker.
Yeah. Slob knocker.
Sorry.
A different website.
Pornhub tab is open as well as Champions League, y'all.
Waz, you got so many eyes on so many things at all times.
Busiest man's he's wondering Waz.
Wandering eye Waz.
Wandering Waz.
Yeah. But do you think who do you think the Knicks would rather face?
I would say the Sixers.
I actually agree. Yeah, because Embiid I don't think Embiid's in shape, and I think with the way they play ball without Julius Randle, they're going to exhaust him. And they've got Mitchell Robinson, Isaiah Hartenstein, like they've got big bodies to throw at him. Achua a little bit, right?
You gotta rather play the Knicks. I mean, rather play the Sixers because again, they got their best guy who is incredible is, bruh. Like, did you see him like dragging his freaking leg up and down the court the last time he appeared? Left the game, all of this crazy shit. Like, bruh.
Yeah.
You rather play the Sixers. They're diminished.
Do we have to start worrying that we're never going to see a fully healthy Embiid in a playoff run?
Maze.
I mean,
even when he's been relatively healthy, he's got his ass kicked. So I don't know why everybody gets so excited about the fully healthy because he's just going to be so amazing. No, he's not.
He's never been great in the playoffs. He's never been great.
Not once. He's never even been like, oh, shit, that's really good. Oh.
Yeah. Even when they win series, he's never been great in the playoffs. Healthy or not healthy, I'm with Waz on this one. He's he's in that, like, we got to see it to believe it mode.
Yeah. I'm good.
Yeah. But maybe you believe in him for underdog. Who do you believe in?
That's funny you should mention that, Zach, because underdogfantasy.com, promo code DING, D-I-N-G, or in the Underdog Fantasy app, I do have one Joel Embiid in my sights. He's put up 30 and 10 in his last 3 games. They need him tonight. Big game. Taking the easy road here. Higher than 0.5 double-doubles. He's going to get a double-double tonight.
Wow.
Really aiming high with that one.
Yeah.
Then we're going to move on to his teammates, okay? His wings got to be flanked by some quality wings. Buddy Hield is averaging 2.6 3-pointers as a Sixer. Give me Buddy higher than 1.5 3-pointers.
Oh, yeah, that's a lock.
Kelly Oubre has been putting up 33 minutes and 19 points a game in March and April. You love to hear this, Zach. I'm going Kelly Oubre higher than 13.5 points. I think he's got this tonight. They're setting that line nice and low.
This would be the kind of game where he delivers. Yeah. This would be the kind of game where he just randomly has like 25.
But that's a little too much positivity. So I got to spin it back with some negativity here. Vucci Mane. All right. Nikola Vucevic. He's been on a little bit of a tear. Okay. 26, 27, 29 in his last 3 games because it was the end of the season and it didn't matter. So I am fading Nikola Vucevic. He's only got 18 points per game for the season. Give me lower than 20.5 points against the Hawks. And that is your underdog fantasy
combination
of Wembsday.
That's trick for anybody who didn't know. The West play-in last night, the Los Angeles Lakers, did they get lucky? Zion was killing them.
Yeah.
Zion was killing them. They grabbed the momentum in the fourth quarter. Then with 3:13 left, he comes down and seems to have hurt his hamstring so much so that he is actually going to be out Friday night when they play the Kings. We'll get into that in a little bit. But the Lakers have kind of beat up on the Pelicans all season long. It looked like maybe the Pelicans had finally figured them out. And then 3 minutes left, Zion's got 40. He leaves the game. He looked pissed off that he was leaving the game, never came back. And now the Lakers, they got lucky, but maybe unlucky because people were wondering, should they tank this game and avoid the Denver Nuggets in the first round? Because the Nuggets are not worried about them in the slightest. What did you think of last night's game?
I think the Lakers were essentially screwed once the Nuggets lost to the Spurs. Their choices were either Nuggets in the first round or somehow lose their first play-in game and hope that they could beat the Kings or the freaking Warriors, none of which was some guaranteed, by the way.
Right.
So once the Nuggets crap themselves out of the first seed, Lakers were in an impossible position. The Zion thing is the ultimate sort of example. What's to say LeBron doesn't roll an ankle? AD don't get poked in the eye. Somebody doesn't fall on a layup, concuss themselves. That game is over. They lose one of these dudes, it's over. So they did the right thing. They took care of business. But the Zion injury shows you why that line of thinking is foolhardy. Come on, fam. You just in a 1 game sample, you just know you're just gonna dominate, right? You just gonna beat them up, huh? Your team, which earned a fucking 8th seed in the West this year. You just know you're just gonna dominate a given opponent. That's absurd.
Yeah. And now they get their 2 games of home playoff revenue for games 3 and 4 of that series before they are ousted. They're not winning the game.
Home playoff revenue.
Denver could not. I do wonder, because I still maintain this, that last year, all this trash talk from between Denver and LA happened because of an ESPN article after game 1 of that series, where they said the headline from ESPN, obvious we are being PR for the Lakers right now article saying game 1 adjustments put scare into Nuggets in game 1 loss. put a
now we can talk about that for a whole other week, Zach.
And, by the way,
only a week, by the way.
Zach, that game one adjustment was putting Rui Hachimura, a 6'8" small forward, on the best post player since Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, but Waz, I don't know if you know this, but now it allows Anthony Davis to kind of play free safety back there and help and everything and shut him down.
But the best post player since Shaquille O'Neal was being guarded by a 6'8" guy.
But it's not like he's a good passer, right? So you throw a double at him, he's probably gonna just turn it over.
No, he's actually probably the best passer since Magic Johnson.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
He shoots it.
Then why would Denver be scared? Why did they get scared? I should say, not why would they? Because it said that they put a scare into him. No, nothing. Waz got nothing. Waz just shaking his head.
Even wondering Waz can't find an answer to this one.
So from that point, they were so scared to commit a murder. They was beating the freaking Lakers so bad. Remember when Iguodala said the only way to stop the Warriors was to get a gun and murder them? I think that's what Denver was thinking, that they might actually commit a murder on the Lakers on the basketball court. You feel me?
You might have to, yeah. What's fun is Denver started talking shit about that idea. Like, I don't think they were. Look, I wasn't on the court. I don't know what was being said out there in that 4-game sweep, but I don't like. I think Denver was talking shit about ESPN this whole time, and then the Lakers internalized that as they're talking trash about us. Then we got all that stuff right before media day and everything, and like, oh, they want to talk. They've been talking all summer and everything. It's like, no, I think they were just making fun of the coverage. I really do.
So I recently had Jamal Murray on my show, In My Feelings. Check that out, YouTube, the Ringer NBA's YouTube page. And I asked him specifically about this. And he basically chalked it up to the fact that the Laker fan base is so massive that their home games a lot of times get overran by Laker fans. And, obviously they're very loud on social.
Yes.
And he said that's what he thinks it is, that like Laker fandom is constantly in their face.
Yeah.
And so they get an extra kick out of kicking them out. That's what Jamal Murray said. Maybe he's being diplomatic. Maybe he doesn't want to just smoke a league partner. I don't know that I'd probably want to do that shit. But that's what he said, bro.
Okay. You check that out on the Ringer.
We just got to stop. We just got to stop on the PK, y'all.
Let's go, baby.
We just stopped Luka Modric.
Stonewall, dude.
Y'all.
Not my Luka.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Well, this is going to be fun to try to do.
Yeah, we're up 1-0. We're up 1-0. When we scored our first goal, I didn't even say anything because I'm like, we're supposed to score in PK.
Well, I saw it in your eyes. I
We just have to make 4 more. Okay.
Wishing Waz has joined the show.
Wishing Waz.
Zach, you said the Lakers got lucky. Yeah. I think it's more just that the Pelicans got unlucky. And
that's probably what it is, yeah.
Now they're looking at a matchup with the Kings.
They're kicking Sacramento's ass tomorrow.
Without Zion?
If Zion's healthy.
If Zion's healthy, yes. Because they've dominated the Kings all season long. Like, it was ugly how much they've destroyed the Kings all season long. But now, I mean, the Kings...
Bernardo Silva just kicked it right to the fucking...
If I could recommend anything, it's rewind maybe a couple of minutes and try to sync up whatever
pull up the
replay of this game. Yes,
the Champions League synced with what? Man, I wish I could get a picture going here.
That's
Hold on.
Oh God, that'd be great.
He's one of the smartest guys on the team.
We should have done this on playback. We should have done this on playback.
Oh God,
that's the thing. So the Kings hosted the Warriors last night, and those have been close games all season long. 3 of their 4 regular season games have been decided by 1 point. And then the Kings went out there and absolutely whooped the ass of the Warriors. Whooped their ass to the point where Klay Thompson didn't score. It was 0 for 10, didn't score. And I wonder what started to come out of his mouth. I wasn't sure if it was blocked or not, and then by the end of the noise, I knew that it had gone in. Yeah,
it started with a mild splash of hope, and then it was quickly eviscerated there.
Yeah, he guessed right. He just didn't get it. You know, there's always next year.
I have to tweet how sick I am.
Yep.
Yeah, make sure you do that.
He says that the Pelicans have a chance. Pelicans Kings. That's going to be the Friday game. It's going to be a tough matchup, but man, we got to go to the Patreon now.
Yeah, for the death of the Warriors dynasty, we will bury the Warriors. Patreon.com/countthedings to get access to that, plus all of our extra material on Count the Dings.
Buried right next to Man City's Champions League dreams.
Unbelievable. Fucking unbelievable.
Wolf of Waz.
Oh, God. Jesus. This is terrible.
Welcome to the Patreon edition of the OG Pod, Zosny edition.
This is
Wupset Waz is God mad about the Champions League and what Man City could not do. So the Warriors, Baze, you are a Warriors fan. I have not been anti-Warriors during this last decade, which I know is a little bit illegal when it comes to media, because you have to hate the team that's doing well. But do you feel like this is over?
I mean, yeah. And to be honest, it was over before this Kings game. It's the Kings got to put the period at the end of the sentence, but this season has been an absolute mess in almost all ways on and off the court.
Now, I wonder if they could have avoided the play-in tournament if maybe somebody didn't get suspended for 25 games.
Very possible.
They certainly could have been 8th or 9th.
Yes.
Sorry, 7th or 8th. They could have moved up above the Lakers. It would have been one game. They could have done that. It wouldn't have been that hard.
Draymond missed 22 games, y'all.
22 games? I mean, come on.
3 more wins and these guys were in the 6th seed. Think about that.
Do you think in those 22 games he missed, he could have affected 3 or 4 wins? Probably.
Yeah, I think so. They went 11 and 12
in those games.
I think they could have went 14 and 9 or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 14 and 9 would have been doable. Absolutely.
Would have done it. Yeah. But it's probably not his fault. We'll check out the Draymond show to find out that it's not his fault.
I mean, Zach, I gotta ask you, who's better at ducking accountability?
It's a meme.
Is it
it's
Draymond Green?
It's always going to be a meme. It's always going to be a meme. Okay, like
2 men that are humbly a product of their environments and nothing more.
That's true. Then nothing more. So, all right. Does Klay come back? Waz, would you bring Klay back? Like, let's say Klay's willing to come back on a 2-year deal.
I'll bring him back on a mid-level. Absolutely. He's a mid-level guy.
What if he wants Dylan Brooks money?
20 mil per?
Yeah.
For 2 years with a team option? Yeah, I'll bring him back.
With a team option. Goodness.
Yeah, 2 years with loyalty. A team option. I got 3 years, 60 mil for you, bro.
This man got you.
I got you 3 years, bro. Team option. And I probably, out of some sympathy, I probably sure Steph or Draymond, all these niggas be retiring and all that shit. Yeah, I'll even bring you back on that sympathy. But 2 years.
Okay.
I give you 2 years at 20 mil per, which is like more than half his salary, less than half of his salary right now. Knock off another 30 million for Chris Paul. Let's get our books in order. Right. But 300-something million for a team that's going to get smoked in the first game of the play-in, come on, that don't make no type of sense.
Especially you're a few months away from a Kuminga contract extension talk and a year away from restricted free agency when that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the money's going back up.
I got 3 years, 60 mil, team option on the last one. Take it or leave it. Go.
Take it or leave it.
Get your Disney mouse hat if you don't like it.
You really think Orlando is going to open up the
I see Orlando offering them 75 for 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could see 75
offering
for
them
3.
more guarantee. You feel me?
Yeah.
I could see them offering them more guarantee.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it might be worth it to them to do 90 over 4, right?
Yeah.
Because they still have flexibility. let's I didn't see this until this morning when the revered Dragonfly Jones quote tweeted this. Let's get to Nick Wright in the Warrior Spaces.
I mean, I don't even want to play it. I do. It's
I do.
Okay, all right.
Please.
I'll pull it up.
It is the reaction. Nick Wright. Nick Wright, who is a thief, but Nick Wright is good at his job when he's not stealing things. He stole the MVP bar conversation or MVP conversation bar from me and Amin. Like just blatantly ripped it off, but said it was okay because he had commissioned someone to do some art when he stole it. And so Nick is in this Warrior Spaces on Twitter and being very calm and reserved and pragmatic to a Warriors fan base in the heat of the moment that is very upset that this thing may be done.
The thing I love was that Bomani said that he's trying not to wake up his house, which is so true. He's just got a quiet voice because his family's asleep.
Yes. Yeah, that's funny.
I think we have a good idea of what our coach is and is capable of doing since we watched all 82 games this season.
Start to finish, 82. Of course, I understand the idea that what you are doing right there is like an appeal to authority fallacy, but I will go with it that you guys are the authority. But then if you want to follow that same exact logical train, then don't you think the general manager, team president, and owner watch it even closer than you guys? No, you don't.
I disagree with that.
No, absolutely not.
I disagree with that.
The same way that you don't watch every single game is the same way they don't.
The idea that these fans think that Mike Dunleavy Jr. like whatever, maybe you want to say Joe Lacob doesn't watch it as intently as they do.
Yes, these are my people. These are my people, Zach.
Truly insane thinking.
Like Mike Dunleavy, Joe Lacob, baby. Mike Dunleavy doesn't watch every single game intently. Damn,
it's literally his job. It's literally his job to know everything about this team in a way that they never could. And it doesn't mean they don't know their team. It doesn't mean that they don't know their team. Now, you could make the argument. I'm here for the argument of like, sometimes a general manager can be too close to a situation, right? And not as...
Sometimes guys like their guys too much. Like I drafted this guy. He's a gem. He's a diamond in the rough. He proves that I'm a genius, whatever.
Mm-hmm. I'm open to that idea. But to say that they don't watch as intently all 82 as the most diehard Warriors fan is truly insane thinking. This fan base.
They also think they know how to coach the team better than Steve Kerr and know who should be coaching the team better than Steve Kerr and know who should be playing better.
Yeah, I'm open to the idea that Steve Kerr has lost it, right? Doesn't have it anymore. Like in today's NBA, now that certain ways of playing have caught up and more teams do it and more teams do it well, and as they've kind of declined with Klay's injury and all this stuff, you could I could see Steve Kerr not having the same magic that he once did, but also like he knows the team better. He just does. You don't have to agree with his methods, but I'm just saying you can't be like he doesn't know what he's doing. But maybe Draymond doesn't get suspended 22 games and you're fine.
Yeah,
I don't think this is a matter of Steve Kerr not knowing what he's. I think that's absurd. Like, not absurd. Like, Steve Kerr has his quirks.
I think he mismanaged Kuminga for sure. I think he
mismanaged the shit out of Kuminga. Yeah. I think the idea that Wiseman was going to come in and be our Vitas Sabonis or Vlade Divac or something was kind of ridiculous. Also,
well, he's thriving in Detroit.
Yeah, he's killing it. He's killing his career in Detroit. I
love the double cross-racial reference comparison from Wild.
Oh, I got that.
Vlade and Arvidas. I got that.
That's all I gotta do is find Eastern Bloc guys. I just gotta find Eastern Bloc. Now, now white American, that would have had to be like a Brad Miller.
I do like that comp though.
Who's a skilled center white American?
It's B Mills. It's Brad Miller for sure. That's
most white centers are big stiffs.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Purdue. Chris Dudley. Yeah. Mike Kaminsky. Yeah.
I think that
Scott Pollard.
I'd like to see Klay come back, but I also think it would probably be good for him to go somewhere else. You know, like change the scenery. What's that, Zach?
Well, you know, it's so uncomfortable. You know what's interesting? When you yes, I do think Kerr mismanaged Kuminga and Moody as well. Do we give him credit for Podziemski and Trace Jackson Davis?
No, you got to give that credit to Mike Dunleavy Jr.
But Mike Dunleavy Jr. doesn't watch the team as intently. So maybe we should just credit the fan base with those.
There is a great quote that I saw circulating that was like Mike Dunleavy Jr. giving it up to Bob Myers for putting the core in place. You know, he can't take credit for the core. Meanwhile,
got the fuck out, man.
Dunleavy's choices actually were pretty good this year. Like his signings, his draft picks, he did a good job. It was really the core.
Yeah.
That let you down.
Bob Myers. Jordan Poole and all these other bum ass like Kuminga and all these bum ass young guys. Not Kuminga, excuse me. Wiseman and Poole and these bums. There was another one, Cunningham. He was a bum. There's bums everywhere. And by the way, Bob Myers, get a real job because you suck at broadcasting, bro. He's fucking terrible.
No, but I like when he immediately tells me that every joke he just said was a joke and not to like get mad at him at home.
Well, that's like the person who wants us to announce who's talking.
Man. It's Bum Myers, right?
This is a joke that I'm about to make. His name is Bum Myers because he's not good. I do think the Kings maybe took it a little far with this thing. You guys let me know what you guys think about this right here. Take a look at this whole graphic that got.
No, man. Look, this is part of it, right? You talk shit, and Steph Curry is one of the best at it, right? The whole like Warriors come out to play thing with the Rockets and everything. You do celebrations, you talk shit, you put everyone to night. Like you're gonna get it back when you don't come out on top.
This is Steph Curry night.
Steph Curry, man,
that's cute.
Yeah,
okay. That's cute. He's gonna light your ass up when he see you next time. But like that's cute.
I mean,
Tom Ziller's newsletter said the subject was like, can't go night, the beam's too bright. I like that. That was good writing. Tom Ziller, good writer.
Keon Ellis played well, probably the game of his life. So they put him on a throne in a crown, doing the night celebration. DPOG. Congrats to the Kings.
Yeah.
Sacramento, this is huge for them. This is revenge for last year. This is bigger.
They gotta get Greta Gerwig courtside. Oh wait, they gotta actually make the real playoffs for that.
Yeah, they do.
But if Greta Gerwig played the Thunder in the first round, get Greta Gerwig courtside and get Talk Hoops courtside too. He's a Sacramento legend.
Thank you. Sacktown's finest right here. It's like me and Matt Barnes and Greta.
RB and Ken.
Go watch Lady Bird. Go watch Lady Bird. My neighborhood's in that movie. Check out that. Shout out to the El Dorado Savings Bank.
Zach Barnes threatening some little young scorekeeper at a high school game, his kid's high school game.
He got fired from the Kings broadcast because of that.
Yeah, it was ugly. It was ugly.
It was bad. Well, I'm sure it was
ugly. Do better, Matt Barnes.
I'm still hurting from the 49ers Super Bowl loss, so I feel invincible right now. Nothing can hurt me. Not even watching Waz see Man City crushed in penalty kicks. No emotion.
Bro.
Unaffected.
If you only caught this and you missed the OG,
you gotta go to YouTube and watch Waz react to fucking PKs.
You gotta go watch, man. Just watch the whole thing and the entire podcast. Don't pay attention to what we're saying. Just watch Waz's box on the screen because he was intent in watching that Man City falter. Thanks for subscribing to the Patreon.